When I was in elementary, I grew up to be an altar boy. And then when I was in first year high school, there was this classmate of mine who just pointed straight out what's wrong with Catholicism. One day when he made me read the Bible, pointed what's wrong in all of the Catholic practices, I was really dismayed. I crumbled down at that time, and then I really felt deceived. And it really led me to conclusion, so maybe there's no God. There's no God at all. It's just that I'm made aware of what's wrong of our practices, but I have not really been introduced to who God really is. One day, I just attended a retreat, and there was just this one sentence he said that really woke me up. And he said, God's love is greater than love for yourself. Because even at those times that you hated yourself the most, God still loves you. And it was at that moment that I tried to search God again. Because I admit that in those times that I hated Him, I don't only hate Him, I really hated me. And I know that I need to search Him at that time, but it's just that nobody's there to really, guide me through. And so I was just there in Casal's village, and then started to work in a call center. One of the call center agents invited me for Bible study. Okay, yeah, I said sure, I'll drop by. So I dropped in, and that was the first time that I met the Norths. And that was my first time also that my misunderstanding of who God is was not even attacked. We just went into looking into some passages in the Bible. And then I told them, okay, I'll come back. I'll become a regular. But maybe for around next 6 to 8 months, we never saw each other again.
I hadn't heard from him for 6 months. He called me up and he said, I'm going to need your help. My wife's pregnant, she's bleeding, she's getting weaker and weaker, the doctors can't do anything. Can you please come and help us?
Pastor David started coming to our house, visited there almost every day, just to pray.
That week, her bleeding stopped and she started to get stronger. And they really credited it to God.
After so many years of seeking God, I did not really understand the gospel. It was the Norths who really discussed what the gospel is. It was the first time I understood about grace. First time I understood about mercy. I was the one searching for God. Then they discussed something so mind-boggling, so amazing that no, it was not actually you searching for God. In Christianity, it's God seeking man. The more I know God, the more I felt so blessed. I started to choose to grow by attending church, and I started reading the Bible a little. We started Bible study here, so I started attending that. I started to notice that my walk with the Lord started growing also. And then I realized that God has put me those experiences in my life, all the joys, the pains, the heartaches, even my worst me, so that He could use it for His glory. I still thank God because I'm able to realize that grace is when my mistakes no longer put shame, but put meaning. That's what grace does. It glorifies God now. It doesn't put me into shame anymore. The joy and the peace when I met Jesus, for me it's just too good not to be shared.